Hey, how's it going, everybody? Shaggy from the Order of Mithril here. Going to do another random review today, and we're going to be looking at Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh, sorry, that's Grounded. I'm sure most of you can forgive me for making that very lame joke, considering that Grounded looks like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the movie, was mixed with a survival game. Grounded is going to be put out by Obsidian Entertainment later this year. As of right now, you can play it on Xbox Game Pass as a game preview. That means the game is currently still in development, but there's enough assets and work done within the game that you can play it and continue to play it as they build it and add stuff to it before full release. Now, this type of gaming isn't for everybody. A lot of people want to wait until the product is finished, but there are people like me that were thoroughly intrigued with the way the game looked that they said, screw it, let's go ahead and dive into it. With that being said, there are some interesting notifications popping up here on the launch screen for the game, letting you know that it is still a work in progress. And this one's funny right here. It's a warning for arachnophobia. It's letting you know that there are going to be parts of the game that are filled with spiders that are much bigger than you are. And let me tell you, I personally hate the spiders in this game. They're a pain in the ass. I mean, if you've got the right kind of armor and weapons and you're a beast and you can take them out, props to you. But as of right now, me and the guys that I've been playing with, we have to tackle them as a team. They are a pain in the ass. So far, I've been in love with this game for the amount of time that I've put into it. I'm sure you can forgive me for that terrible joke I made at the beginning, because I do get a lot of that nostalgia from being a kid and watching Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with this one. I think Obsidian has really hit the nail on the head with this one. As far as survival games go, I think that they have brought an interesting twist to this. I am completely head over heels with this game so far. Even for the limited amount of time that I've spent in it, I think I have about 15 hours in right now. I currently am playing through my own single-player campaign of this, but the gameplay that you're seeing here is my first interaction with the game, my first hands-on experience with it. And here I'm playing in a 4-player co-op game with a couple of my friends. So one guy had actually already started this playthrough, and we just kind of jumped into his game. And we were a little all over the place. I'm trying to do one thing, somebody else is trying to do something else, one person's doing this, another person's doing that. So basically, I'm just trying to harvest resources and get everything that we need to build a settlement. One guy is pushing through the narrative, trying to fix the mysterious machine, if you will. And one of us is just hunting around and seeing what all they can find, just completely enthralled with the world. And another one of us is looking for more rare resources. But as you can see, we're just kind of goofing off and having fun. We all really enjoyed our time in this playthrough. I think at this point in time, when we finished this playthrough, we had logged maybe about five and a half hours total just playing with each other here, and we really loved our time with it. One of the things that I did love about the way he set this game up is he set up shop right underneath the juice box. Now, the juice boxes at the beginning of the day will actually spurt a little bit of liquid out through the straws in them, and you can use that to replenish your hydration and a little bit of your food bar as well. I really enjoyed this because it made the novelty of being shrunk that much more apparent. Now, you don't have to set up here. You can set up anywhere that you would like. I would advise you to stay away from anywhere that has spider webs near it, because those things will mess your place up. Moving into the graphics of the game, I can't imagine that once the game is completed that they're going to look much better than this. And not to say that they're bad, but I'm hoping that they don't get too much of a change, because I like the feel of this game, the way it looks. It's very cartoony, it's very novelty, but I enjoy it very much. Really, maybe just a little bit of extra polish, maybe a little bit of the clipping issue, just things like that. Not really in need of a big overhaul for this one. I think they really knocked it out of the park with the audio on this game as well. Whenever you whack into a blade of grass with an axe, you get like a little bit of a thunk, almost like you're cutting into a tree, and that kind of plays into the fact that you're shrunk, so an item's durability or something in the environment's durability isn't going to be the same as if you were regular sized. Smacking into a bug with a spear or a hammer, they all sound perfect. They sound like they're spot on. Things clattering around in the environment, like these blades of grass that have smacked into the water or fallen to the ground, they all have a nice ring and thunk to them, if you will. One thing that I was kind of concerned about as far as audio goes before coming into this game was how far away were you going to be able to hear things? Was it going to be something that, you know, you're not going to hear until it's right on top of you? No, that's actually not the case. You can actually hear the blades of grass moving as some of the bigger creatures in the world actually move through it. So I was relieved in that part. When it comes down to the difficulty, obviously it is a survival game, so it's meant to be a little bit more difficult if you don't know what you're doing or don't have a plan of action. However, there are certain instances where it is going to scale up a little bit more drastically than what you may have been prepared for. One of those points was sleep time, where you can actually go to sleep, is about 22 hours in. If you stay up past that 22, more of the harder creatures come out, so you'll start seeing more things like masses of larvae. So you may see one by itself during the day, but at night you may have to battle 3 or 4 of them. And if you're working with basic equipment, that's going to be very difficult. You're also going to see more wolf spiders at night than what you would during the day, unless you just go searching them out. The way that all these parts came together gave me a personal level of immersion that I don't find in many of the survival games. And that's probably just because I'm not that into the survival games that are out currently, but this one had me hooked from the beginning. I really did relish in the fact of being a shrunk kid and trying to survive amongst the bugs and blades of grass and mud and mud puddles and water that were around. I mean, I loved the idea of walking up to an acorn that I could have fit in like a Volkswagen Beetle. I think Obsidian Entertainment took a careful consideration on the idea for this game and then showed that idea and its development a lot of love. And I hope that they continue to show it a lot of love until we get the final product later this year or early next year, whenever the development cycle is done for it. All in all, I'm going to go ahead and give this game a must-play right now, even though it is still just a game preview and it's not a finished product. I think that Obsidian Entertainment has done a phenomenal job with what they've created so far, and I'm really interested to see how it's going to turn out whenever it's finished. That's going to be it for me today, though, guys. I really appreciate y'all stopping by the channel today and hanging out with me while we go over Grounded. I really hope to see you guys on this in the near future whenever you decide to pick it up or whenever it launches. I would appreciate it, though, if you jump down in that comment section below and let me know what game you would really like to see me review next. So, hope you guys have a good one. See you later.